Thank you very much. On the show tonight, Hollywood superstar Kevin Costner, that most popular actor Martin Clunes, and music from the marvellous Texas. But first up, a comedian and actor described by a top American writer as a dynamo of fantastic comic versatility. You know him better as Lee Evans. In 2 weeks' time, he'll be on our screens in his first major BBC comedy series, So What Now? And here's a foretaste of what's to come.
What are you doing? I was, just taking the fish for a walk, you know.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lee Evans. Excellent.
How are you?
Excellent.
How are you? How are you? I'm very nervous.
Why are you nervous?
Well, you sit back there in that padded room. I'm sitting there like that. You know, Kevin Costner's there and all that. Do you know what I mean? My pants are full. I have to be honest with you. I am. And he's chatting away, like, you know, and he's really not. And I'm going, yeah. And I'm thinking, it's Kevin Costner. It's only Kevin Costner. I've got makeup on his shoulder. Have you heard?
What?
Michael Jackson's getting back together.
That's Michael Jackson.
But,
can I just say something to you?
Yeah.
Will you let me know by nod or indication when I can start the interview?
Oh, yes, sorry. Yes. You know the U-bend in your toilet? I can't get my head around that, can you? But, what? Yeah, sorry.
Like...
Well, no, I'm just scared, that's all. And it keeps cutting the camera to camera. I keep going like that.
Were you scared when you were doing your sitcom?
I was. It's actually the sitcom is Luke. I should do that button like that. That's not right, is it?
It's not right at all. No,
but the character is actually loosely based on me because
what way?
It's just things happen to me because I get involved in stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's like yesterday we were going out, me and my wife. And we were going out the door and we're late and there's a cab waiting and all this, you know, and and I thought, hold on a minute, I should leave a lamp on, you know, because the burglars and all that. So I went, no, I've got to leave a lamp on, like that. And she went, oh, I've got to leave a lamp on. So I went out, you know, left the lamp on. Then I got to the front door and I went, yeah, but all burglars know if you leave a lamp on. They know, do you know what I mean? So, no, I should turn it off. And she went, oh, God, well, turn it off then. I went, yeah, but now it looks like no one's in. So what I did is I switched it on, put it in the cupboard and shut the cupboard. I knew it was on. But it was away. I mean, you know, it happens all the time. We went to a restaurant. I'm serious. We went to this restaurant and my wife gets wound up with it. Do you know what I mean? And this is why it wasn't hard to write for the sitcom thing. It's sort of loosely sort of based on things that I do. Because we went into this restaurant and I don't get many nights off. They don't let me out much. No, sorry. I was in the restaurant and I sort of walked in and I'm with the waiter and I thought, and there's like a sign saying queue here. And I saw the waiter and the waiter's really busy and all that, you know, and I went, well, I don't want to bother him because he looks really busy and he's sweating and all that. So I went, we get a table. We get our own table. Like that. So we sat and then the waiter got the ache because he went, what are you doing there? I said, well, I didn't want to bother you. You were very busy. I thought I'd get my own table. Do you know what I mean? So but no, get back up by the queue and all that. And I was waiting there like this. So I thought, well, I'll have a look at the menu. You know, because we're wasting time here. We might as well have a look at the menu. So I went, excuse me, like this to this bloke who sat at a table like that. Have you oh, no, you haven't finished. Like that. I went, oh, you haven't finished, like that. And he went, no. I said, no, it's fine. And I was like this. And then the waiter sort of bumps into us like that. And I said, I'm sorry. He said, what are you doing? And I said, well, I didn't want to bother you with the menu because I know you're busy. And I went back up by the queue thing, so I'm really, you know. And then what happened was they were bringing the dishes out, and I had the same as the other bloke. So I went, oh, you can have mine. It's fine. And he went, no. And we were struggling with the dish and all that. And well, it doesn't matter.
But I mean, what...
No, because
But what is the, you've always been like this. What is the reason for it? Is it fear?
It's fear.
Is it madness?
It's both.
It's both.
Now you mention it.
But I mean, were you always like this? As a child, were you, did you react like this? Did you show off like this? Did you sort of...
No, it's just a fear of, like, being... I think it might be rejection.
Oh. Who rejected you?
I was...
Who rejected you?
No, it's just, you know, it's just what I'm all about. That's how I am. I interview shows and I fall to pieces. I was out in Germany promoting a film a little while ago. I'm serious. And it was a big art show, you know, it was a big show. And I was sat there and there's a guy with, like, these rimmed glasses, this German guy. It's like a big, like the South Bank show or something like that. And I'm sat there going, oh, God, what's going to happen now? And these big lights came round like this and went dun, 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 and then joined us. And I went... like this. And he went, Lee Evans, you are a comedian, right? And I went, well, yeah. Like that. And he went, do something funny, now! Like this. And I went, eh? And he went, do it now, funny now. And I went, oh, and I thought really quickly, and you know these mics that we wear here? Mm-hmm. I went, well, it's very important in comedy if you... all the time. And he went, don't do this with your mic. And I said, no, that's the joke, you see. And then the sound guy, he went mental. He picked up his earphones, he threw them on the floor. And because I upset the sound man, I'm serious, because I upset the sound man, I went, oh, no, not like this, got out of my chair. And sometimes you're mic'd, yes, aren't you? And
you're
the mic'd to the chair. Yeah. And I went, and the chair came with me. Like this.
You're a walking disaster, Eric. You've done a movie as well in which you play a serious role. I mean, is there going to be a problem for us to take you seriously? Or was it difficult being serious, making serious in the movie?
Well, no, well, I just kind of, I don't know. I mean, I'm not an actor. You know, I'm not. I'm a comedian come idiot, really. And I mean, what I do is I kind of, I use kind of memories from where I'm from and stuff like that.
Which was the council estate in Bristol?
Yeah, Avonmouth, Bristol, by the docks.
Is that what kind of estate is it? I mean, how would you sum it up?
Well, just before you go in, it don't say welcome to Avonmouth. It says what are you looking at. I mean, it's, you know what I mean?
It's rough, is it?
Yeah. They don't use guns. They insert bullets manually. That's how. I mean, it's real. We used to live on the junction of the M5 and the M4, right by the docks there, and we used to. It was like 3 sets of flats, high-rise flats, and they were like this, overlooking the motorway. And every winter we'd always wait for one of the lorries to go, you know, to skid off to see what we would get. No, and word would go out, you know, it'd be like, fags! Like that. And because a fag lorry had gone over, and you'd see about 40 people all run across this field going, fags! Like this. And I saw a load of people running back one day with huge industrial-sized tins of pineapple chunks. Going like that, I've got pineapple chunks. What are you going to do with that? He went, I don't know yet. Do you know what I mean? But if somebody was cleaning out their house, if they were moving, you know, they'd fill a skip and it'd be bloody empty in the morning. It would just be gone. You go around somebody's house and there'd be like a picture from the skip and you go, that was in the skip. And you go, yes, I know, yes. You know.
All right, and finally, what about the new series, the new sitcom? First time in the sitcom territory?
Yes.
I mean, it looked like that sort of clip we saw. It's sort of Michael Crawford territory. Is it that sort of thing?
Yeah, well, I wanted to find a way of putting physical comedy into something because, I mean, that's what I do, you know, and it's very difficult sometimes. Physical comedy can be in something without actually being part of the plot. And that's why I kind of got the inspiration for the character, which is loosely based on myself, like you say, is how could I get this physical stuff in and sort of push the plot forward, make it part of the story.
It's difficult to do, though, isn't it? It's difficult to choreograph. I mean, we saw that thing there. I mean, that was just the end scene of a long sequence where you set the house on fire and you get your head in a bucket, and I mean, everything happens.
Yeah, I mean, it was 4 days rehearsal. I mean, but actually, I shouldn't really tell you this, but there's about 3 blokes behind that set. I don't know what bit you saw, but me foot catches fire and all that sort of stuff in that sequence, and we rehearse for days, you know, because you do it in front of a live audience because you want to see where the laughs are, and it's you go, well, let's rehearse it, get it down, and you know, I mean, it is amazing though, I have to say, because you've got the BBC and they got all these resources, and you go, we need a basket that burns, and they go, yeah, all right, and they take off and they go to the props department and they bring one back, don't they? Yeah. It's incredible. I find that it's so much better than the old days going around doing them crap gigs and. Do you know what I mean? It was like, and I always, every time, you write this stuff and then the BBC bring it to life and you go, God, there was some days when I was sort of standing there going, wow, I mean, it was hard work getting here, and who knows? Do you know what I mean? But it's amazing how it all comes together. They're actually making your stuff come together.
Wonderful box of toys to play with, isn't it?
Oh, it's really great, yeah.
Absolutely. So we see that when, in a week's time or so?
Yeah, I think a couple of weeks, yeah. Very nerve-wracking.
Okay. Well, Lee Evans, for the moment, thank you very much indeed.
Thank you very much.
Okay, well, music now from a band who wrote their first hit 11 years ago. Since then, they're just about to start a tour of television slob when he played Gary in Men Behaving Badly. Apart from being one of our best-loved actors, he's also directed movies and TV plays. Like many before him, his first appearance on television was not promising.
Back the way we came. All right, we give in.
Give in? You talk as though you had a chance. Kill them.
We'll have to start somewhere. Welcome, please, Martin Clunes. Tell me, what's your feeling when you see that clip?
What do you mean, not promising? I thought I was pretty... I do remember at the time thinking, pretty good stuff, Clooney. And I don't know why I was talking like that. I thought everyone spoke like that. I don't know what...
That was your first television, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yes, it was. That was... I don't know which one usually... That was the end of the episode, because you always had to do... In Doctor Who, do you remember it always left it on a cliffhanger?
That's right. Ding.
And you had to... And then next week, they'd pick it up.
Yeah.
You'd just get a little recap, but they couldn't play in what you'd done at the end of last week's episode because it was too big, because they'd say, more end of episode. So you come on, and you know, and if you were already quite big as I was, you were huge. And I don't know if that was probably the beginning, so you had to redo it again and say, of course, you know, what was it he said? Give in.
Yes.
You talk as though you had a choice.
Was that the worst costume you wore on Doctor Who?
I didn't know it was that bad. Rude man.
No, because I found another one. Look at this one.
Mother? Well, what do you think?
You look splendid. It fits exactly, don't you think so?
Remarkable fit, my lady. Truly remarkable.
You see, when you hear these stories of actors from working class families going to drama schools and having their regional accents knocked out of them. I was an actor's son. I came to drama school. They had to add a bit of street and try and rein me in.
Yeah, your dad was an actor, Alex Clunes, a very good one too, and a well-known classical actor too. Have you ever played the classics?
Oh, God, yeah.
Have you?
Yeah, yes, my liege. The horses, how we... Yes, I have, yeah.
You've done all that?
Yeah,
you
done
enjoy
my fair
it?
share. Yes, I did, yeah. Although the sort of slight bit of hypocrisy creeps in, because I don't think I'd want to go and see one anymore.
Why not?
Because I know what's going to happen, and...
I see.
They kind of... I like stories. I mean, I'm not very good at going to the theatre anyway, but I don't know. I'm going to do Tartuffe next year at the National.
Oh. Well, was it always, or were you genetically programmed, I suppose, to be an actor?
Just needy, Michael. Just needy of approval on a huge scale. No, well, my dad was an actor, but I was 8 when he died. So I mean, well, you know, when you're little and everybody's saying to you, what are you going to be when you grow up and all that, and you have to sort of make these decisions. And I just sort of said an actor without, I think, really knowing that is what I wanted to do. And I did it for a while without really knowing that's what I wanted to do.
And was there a moment when you actually knew why you wanted to do it? In other words, when...
Yeah. It was,
what was it?
There was the first thing I directed for the theatre, and we took it to... It was just two men in the play, and it was The Loneliness, the Long Distance Runner. Ah. And we toured... We had a bit of a success in the pub theatres over here, and so we sold it to the British Council and took it to Nigeria, former Yugoslavia...
So you've got no mates, then?
What? The long distance, the run, they can't keep up, sir.
Is that what it is?
Yeah,
yes.
Yeah.
But, excuse me, just for a moment. I shall bring you in when you're required, all right?
Yeah.
And it's no good looking pathetic, neither, because I'm heartless.
What did I say?
No, you said it at the wrong moment. You trod on his line.
Oh, sorry, I just wondered...
Now, as a comic, you should know better than that.
I was just wondering, that's all.
And?
What? I'm sorry,
Where
mate.
was I?
I didn't mean
Nigeria.
to trod on your line.
Oh, Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and I just, I saw that, because I'd always thought it's dressing up. Do you ever have this worry that...
I'm not saying anything. I'm in right trouble here.
You are. You are. Continue.
That it's quite useless dressing up for a living. Do you ever get that sort of worry?
I'm not... don't look at me.
I did. You know, it doesn't heal or house or feed anyone or anything. And I thought, what a, dumb, silly thing to do. But then in Nigeria, working with the students and the actors there and everything, you did see that people got a lot out of it.
Meant something.
Yeah, and even if it is just entertaining somebody, that's okay too.
Yeah. Now...
I never said anything,
No,
Michael. I'm serious.
One of the things that I find is very unfair about you, because I think you're a spectacularly attractive man. But people... I do. I mean, a marvellous face. But people the media seem convinced that this is not so... The things they write about your appearance is your face, second helpings of face, a catfish with a cold. I mean, you've had this all your life.
Face like a torn arse, one of them. It's a lovely image. Well, I don't know. I mean, at least they're describing it, I suppose. Yeah. I'll grow into it. They appreciate second helpings of face in France,
Like...
I don't know, I just don't bloody well go to France.
Yes, Monsieur Depardieu, of course.
Depardieu, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, he wouldn't make it in British sitcom. Ha!
He's a sex symbol, isn't he?
Yeah.
But I mean, has it been was it a problem with you when you were younger? I mean, do you feel sort of unwanted, unattractive?
No, it didn't really came up. It never came up.
Because when you were younger, actually, Martin, you yourself, you were a punk, weren't you? You went through a punk phase.
Light punk. Yeah.
Light punk.
Punk light. Yes, I didn't. Oh no, I did pierce my ears, but not my nose or anything. And of course, yeah. Everyone else was punk to rebel, weren't they? But at school they were saying, don't wear flares. Wear straight trousers and you get sent home if you had flares on, and don't have your hair too long. So I turned up, thinking, oh, what a rebel. I got these straight trousers here and really short hair, and they said, well done, Clunes. Yeah.
Because he was in a punk band.
Were you?
Yeah.
Yeah, do you want to fight?
Yeah. What were they called?
I was sorry, Martin, about all that.
That's all right.
It's very scary being here as it is.
Tell us about the band.
The punk band?
Yes.
Yes, the punk band. Well, I'm back on. I'm back on.
Yes.
Oh, great. Are we mates now?
Yes. Yeah. Make the best of it.
Oh, yes. Right. So anyway, this bloke comes in, right? No. Well, I got thrown out. Well, actually, it's worse. I was the drummer. I don't know, what instrument did you play?
Bass and bass.
Singing,
yeah.
Yeah, well, you played the drums, and we had this bloke, this lead singer, who was a nutcase, and and we knew a fight was coming. It was like, we'd hear his guitar go, like that. And we all had, like, green, spiky hair, And he'd go, and we'd hear, and that's it, because he'd always hit somebody over the head with his guitar. And you'd see this bloke with strings all like this. But the worst thing is they'd all shoot out, but I'd have the drums. So I'm like stuffing them in me mini. Do you know what I mean? It was like a nightmare. So
it's interesting you're talking there about theatre effect. You're suddenly getting a message, an indication that the theatre meant something to people. Because I suppose that one thing we could say about you, one accusation we could level at you, is that you and young Morrissey were responsible for the present sort of slob culture, if you like, through men behaving badly.
Were we responsible? I think
I
we just rode that horse.
It was a marvellous series.
Oh, thanks very much.
And it was beautifully written and beautifully observed.
Was.
Of its time, of course, and that's what made it particularly funny.
Instantly, I watch it now and it looks like Robin's Nest. They're all everything, dates.
But it took you to Australia too, didn't it? You went down to the sort of special out there.
Men Down Under, yeah.
What was that like? I mean, did you enjoy the actual experience of Australia? It was your first time there, wasn't it?
Fantastic. Loved it.
It's very different, isn't it?
It's so different. It's and in the middle of Asia as well, which you don't expect.
Yes.
To sort of, because you live with the idea of Australia for so long as an English person, and then you go there and you sort of say, well, God, it's in the middle of Asia. But no, it was fantastic. And God, boy, they love men behaving badly there.
Of course they do.
Except the first, we did it in 2 trips. The first trip, somehow Neil was invisible. We'd stopped at one of these last petrol stations for thousands of miles to fill up with petrol, and Neil got in there, was having a drink at the bar, and I was helping. I came in just to get something, and so I bought it and went out, and the barman said to Neil, "Hey, you'll never believe who that was." They dismissed him.
Yeah.
And he got a bad time, but he won't thank me for this. I'm sorry, mate. But he has thinner legs. I've got Queen Anne legs quite big, and he's got quite thin legs, and he had his shorts on. And Mr. Beeper, there's an F word coming up. But this guy said, he looked at Neil and he said, "Oh, you've got lucky legs, mate." And Neil said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "Lucky they don't snap off and shove up your ass." An unfunny person while we were there. Everywhere, they're just sort of nationally funny. Neil doesn't think so.
No, but do you manage to get away from the tourist and get into sort of centre of Australia? Because that is fascinating. It's unlike anywhere else in the world.
They really specialise in nothing, don't they?
It's
red.
Millions of acres of nothing.
We flew for about 4 hours with the same view. We thought we were going around in circles, but it's just... Have you been there?
Yeah, I did. I can't get over the creatures there.
Oh, we didn't.
Well, they've got spiders that kill you, you know. They shave spiders. They've got like these huge. They're like huge, you know, and like like we have like mozzies here. Well, there they wait for you around the corner with baseball bats. Do you know what I mean? It's a very scary place, and it's like miles away.
My favourite is the snake that's got the sting in the tail.
Yeah.
So you're waiting for it to bite you there, and the tail comes over like that and gets you like that. I think that's very good. That's very Australian.
See, that's completely out of order.
It is, isn't it? It's not fair.
No, it ain't. It's like... It's not right, is it?
It's not indeed. So let's talk a bit more about the Clunes career then, because all that's behind you're establishing a very good reputation as a character actor now, and lots of nice stuff. But also, let's talk about you being a director, because I enjoyed Staggered, the film that
Did you?
Yeah, I did very much
Thanks.
indeed. And I know that directing is a particular sort of interest of yours.
Yeah.
What's the difference between directing and acting in your view? I mean, in the sense of enjoyment.
The sheer number of people you work with, and it's a nice thing to do. You collect a load of people you appreciate and admire and respect the way they do what they do, and you ask them to do what they do alongside you doing what you're doing. It's a tough, yeah. And with an actor, you're kind of the lovies come on in a slight bubble. I noticed this from going the other side. They go, and darling, sit for me. Are we ready? And they maybe know a few people's names or their job titles if they, and that's fine. And they're the only people on the set who do.
Yes.
We are who do the acting thing, and
Yes.
we should be kept warm in a trailer and bored out. But I quite like. Just they're interesting things. Machinery interests me. I'd say that's done 2 world wars. That great.
But you're a great movies fan, aren't you? I mean, that's your great passion. I mean, although you came from a theatrical family, you're much more a movie person, aren't you?
Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. I love watching them, and I love. It's one of the few environments where a film set or a telly set is where I'm clear about what's expected of me and what I have to offer it. is a film.
Yes.
And when you get in the middle of a field and you get everything off the lorry and there's a big crane, it's you know, it's exciting.
And what's the next directing job? What's he doing? What are you doing?
My tie was hanging out, Mike.
Why do you have to undo your trousers to put your tie right?
I weren't. I was just tucking it in there like that.
Well, can I ask you, how far does your tie go down there, by the way? It doesn't come right on your backside and the back of your neck, does it?
No, because you know when you're a kid and your mum makes you wear a suit and all that? Yeah. It's like that, and I'm not used to wearing it.
Do you not like wearing the suit?
I don't wear suits.
Would you like to take your jacket off?
What do you mean?
Would you feel more comfortable if you took your jacket off?
Are you at me if I do it?
I'm only trying to accommodate you. You see.
I just wanted because the cut of the watch the camera now. Well, it's on me now. Oh, it's gone off me now. It's on me. But I wanted as it cut back. I thought I'll notice at home if I'm sat there going, oh, me tie's out. And I'll go, but I tucked it in. I'll say to me missus, I tucked my tie in here, watch this. And she'll go, it's out, it's out. Like, when I'm at home, sorry, Michael, but I will. But Martin was so kind to me. When we went, I was in Los Angeles and he took me to dinner. Do you remember you took me out?
Did we take you out?
You took me to this place called Le Dome.
No, I remember.
Oh, yes, we did, yes.
Remember?
Yes.
And it was fantastic, because they were over there to see the Americans do the men behaving badly thing. Do you remember?
Yeah.
And then you came back the next day going, they've ruined it. Yeah, they ruined it. Because I went down to the studio to watch it, but the thing is he was really nice to us, because I was like all down because I was putting scripts in and all that, and they were mucking about with it, and he took us out. It was really not. I just thanks a lot for that, mate.
That's okay.
Yeah, because I was really down at that time.
That's the only reason we invited you on the show, to just say thank you to Martin.
I couldn't have that 20 quid back as well.
Yeah, but thanks for that, mate. You're such a nice.
Are we fans of Mr. Kaufman?
Yes, yeah. It's exciting for us to meet Kevin Costner, isn't it? I was back there, I got the wobbly chair, and I'm trying to get, yes, oh, yes.
I got it again. No, you hit me hard. Sorry, I didn't put it there. It was there. I can move like slightly that way, like that. I can move slightly out.
Now, I want to have serious words with you now.
I know, absolutely. I'm not...
Before I bring Mr. Costner
I know,
on,
sir,
right?
I know.
He's casting for another movie. You could be in with it, providing you behave yourself.
All right, yeah.
And the first indication I have of bad yellow card, red card, right?
Yes, sir, yes. Absolutely nothing. Watch me, watch this. That's how I be. You won't even know I'm here. I'm serious.
Let's meet the man. But in the meantime, Martin Clunes, thank you very much indeed.
Thank
Martin.
you very much.